Hi, everybody. We are back and live. We have about two more shows, including this one for this year. Can you believe it? It's already the end of the year. So, the question, of course, is what have you planned for 2022? Not just that the numbers matter, but it's going to be a really, really exciting year. And as you know, I've been leading into this end of the year because I've been working on really sharing gratitude, sharing appreciation. And for the last month, November, we've been talking about culture and the arts. And today we're going to bring it all together and add a twist to it. I met this gentleman who's going to join us in just a minute, of course, through Stagecoach, which you have now heard about for the last month. And what he does is something that I have not seen before. So we're talking about engineering, we are talking about making the world a better place, we're talking about exciting exhibits, and of course, why should we do all of this? So I'm going to bring on somebody that I think you need to know if you're doing events, if you're doing any kind of exhibits on a different scale, because we've all been to exhibits, but there are exhibits and then there are exhibits. So I'm going to bring in Heiko. There we are. Hi,
Hey,
Heiko.
hello. To meet
Hi.
you.
Good. And oh, by the way, just to the audience, I know you're all still coming in. We're going to be maybe possibly switching between German and English. You know, we get confused since we both speak both languages. So don't get confused if all of a sudden you don't know what we're saying. That is likely going to happen at some point today.
Yeah.
Okay. Just, to be honest and frank. So, Heiko, I didn't want to say too much about you and your background because to me it's kind of unique, not unique in the way that you have created your career, but what you chose to do with it. So would you just maybe share a little bit about your profession and how you got there and what you're working on now?
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Natalie. It was very nice. It is very nice to meet you. Yes. Unfortunately, I'm original German and not native English speaking, but I do my best to speak here. Yes. Yeah. Right now, I'm the engineering of media technology, and I founded a company 10 years ago, which has now 16 employees, and it's called Intermediate Engineering. But the way to found this company was as well a different experience as it is normal in Germany.
Mhm.
Yeah, I left school with 16. Then I learned a job for being an electrician, an energy electrician. So I learned it to work with my hands and to produce something and bring something in function. And that is what I love today as well, to bring something in real life in function.
Mhm.
And yeah, over the years and all this changing of these communities and associations, I think yeah, everybody needs something to do to bring something better in the world, to change our world in the change management that we all manage the climate change and all this. But the climate change is not the only problem. The problem is the people in behind. And that's
Mhm.
what I'm doing in my job since I'm working in the event area, is that I'm bringing experience to people. It could
Mhm.
be on a stage, an event, or it's an exhibition, but it's all about transmitting informations to people and
Mhm.
how can you reach them and all of that. And I'm not a content producer or a film producer or something
Mhm.
like that. But I'm all the time a technician guy, to work with my hands and to bring something in function. But I would like to be the tool of all these creative people. I would like
Mm.
to be to support them, and that's what I bring into my company, the intermediate engineering. And yeah, that's what all of our projects brings us together. That we are try to bring our technical experience to generate media surroundings for inspiring the people.
Mhm. Mhm. So since you're talking about inspiring the people and sort of bringing the experience, which is very different from the old standard of exhibits. There is this image here. okay, which you and I briefly talked about, and I'm going to show the other one as well. So, obviously, this is the Earth, the world, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it. Can you tell us a little bit about this exhibit?
Yes, this is our last opened exhibit. It's in Oberhausen in Germany in the gasometer.
Hmm.
The gasometer is a relict. The building is a relict of the steel industry in the 70s. So it's a really gas tank, or it was a really big gas tank with 78 meters diameters, Durchmesser.
Okay.
And yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, it's really huge. Yeah, if
Hmm.
you clap your hands inside the building, yeah, you have 8 seconds echo. Yeah,
Wow. eight
what is
second echo. That's amazing.
yeah, that's really big.
Huh.
So in this really dark, cold, or in winter cold and summer hot building, but
Mhm.
it's completely dark because you have no sunlight inside there. Yeah, we engineered this exhibition together with the
Mhm.
Space Observation Center in Germany here. So they are bringing the content, they're making the content,
Mhm.
but we bring it on stage, and the stage there is this earth sculpture which has 20 meters dimension. It's really huge. It's hanging 10 meters over the people,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, you're lying there on so a soft bag, and you have the earth over you flying.
Hmm. Wow.
You're feeling in nowhere because the rest of the building is dark. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
you see this our Earth, our all Earth. Yeah? It's our planet. It's our mothership Earth, and it's
Hmm.
and rotating there, and you see the oceans flow, and the skies moving, and the Earth rotation as well, and you see the different times of the year, from winter to summer,
Hmm.
and how the Arctic and the North Pole is changing, and all this. And you see as well that what you see in the picture before is the routes of transportation or flying of the Earth. So you can
Mm.
see what the people what is the people's impact on the Earth. So
Okay.
that's really emotional. That's really big emotional.
Right, and I'm looking for the other picture that you sent me, or maybe I just took it from the website,
No problem.
because there was this little boy that, and I thought that was so interesting. The little boy with those VR, whatever they're called, the glasses. But
That's in a lower level of this
uh-huh.
exhibition, because this exhibition has two floors, and then this big air room with this Earth projection.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, but this virtual reality experience is called Inside Tumatumake, and you
Uh-huh.
are going through the rainforest, and then you can see the experience over there. That's really nice to feel that, yes. And
Hmm. And you mentioned you do see here, you said, you see like nature. Um, and so I pulled these from the official website. The link is in the description, just giving full disclosure. I didn't steal these. These are the official photos. Okay. But if you look at this, how complicated is it to create this experience where, you said it's 2 floors, you see it, you feel it, there's an echo of 8 seconds.
hmm.
Is this is it meant for people to feel small?
Sorry, once again.
Is it meant for people to feel small compared to the earth?
No,
No.
I don't think that that they have to feel small.
Hmm.
No, it's made for families, for every age of people,
Hmm.
and it's made for them to think about how wonderful our Earth is. So
Mm.
it shows you, the picture you showed before is to get an impact how wonderful the nature is. That's at your ground floor shows you very uh, all all the pictures are hand selected from all over the world, and that's from very famous photographs.
Hmm.
They're all printed pictures, and then sometimes you have a projection or show the film or the yeah, as well, the Michael Jackson Earth song is what you can see and hear
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah, and
Oh,
however, if you like Michael Jackson or not, but the Earth song is very old. Yeah,
yeah.
it's many many years ago, but the theme about what it is telling, it's more than actual than today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There
And
are some of those songs, and like you said, it doesn't really matter if you like a singer or whatever's behind it, but there are some songs, and I love that you're integrating those.
yeah,
Do
it's
you
a
have to get permission to use all those photographs and the songs?
Yes, for sure. But that's not, I have to
Mm-hmm.
clarify that's not me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
the media technical supporter for this exhibition, but it
Mm-hmm.
is made first of all with this Frau Schmitz, is it called? She's a lady, she's the managing director of the Gasometer. She's
Mm-hmm.
doing all this selection of all this picture and all this content. And the content
Mm-hmm.
for the Earth, and as well that it belongs together to all these photographs, is the Earth Observation Center in Germany is doing all this content stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
if you have content and
Mm-hmm.
you need a way to tell it to the people, it could be on the
Right.
web, or it could be in an exhibition, or in a really big, huge event area. However,
Mm-hmm.
we are that is what intermediate engineering and we are doing. We help you to build a media surroundings to transmit it. What is the right device? Sometimes it's a smartphone, sometimes it's a tablet, sometimes you need only a projection, but sometimes you need an object to
Mm-hmm.
transmit all your content, because your content is special. And
Mm-hmm.
how can we do all this media technology experience and media technology engineering? That is what we do, and we would like to do that, especially for those projects which is near to the nature, near to the science, and near to all these themes that it brings the people to a better world,
Mm-hmm.
or it is paid to the 17 SDGs. Yeah, so the 17 SDGs are, in my opinion, is so such a um, central message, which is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hope all of you know, it's 2015 was it? Yeah, that
Yep.
all these countries came together and then signed it. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the reason as well. We founded this association, which you just switch on the URL, the SD, the
Yeah.
Sustainable Digital Association, and that's as well. In your last talk was
Mm-hmm.
Vladimir, was Holly, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is as well a very nice story I would like to tell. Is that 2 years
Yes.
ago I met Vladimir and Holly on the blockchains exhibition here in Hamburg,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was a very short bridge between us, that we have this, that we are interested in the same values. Yeah, if we look
Mm-hmm.
at all the people and all the folks, but
Right.
she's coming from all this musical. She's coming from stage, and I'm a guy behind the stage, and I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
all the time things that the things on stage are very working very fine. So we loved each other. We liked each other, and so that's why we came together and find, because of our same values, we're looking for ways how to get projects, which is projects we love, and is in all the theme we would like to go. And that's why we
Mm-hmm.
founded this association, the Sustainable Digital Association.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we made we try now to get something. We try to generate projects to have a big impact on people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then we founded this association on January 2020. On March in Germany, the first lockdown came. So, uh, so the pandemic is not that best time to bring people together to have fun and to learn something together and have together experience. So
Right.
that's, yeah, quite a difficult time for us all. And yeah, we have to think how to handle this, and what can we do with this association right now. Yeah.
So you were talking a little bit about how you then met Holly and how what you do with the exhibits and the content that somebody else pretty much creates, how you're trying to use that, and then of course use the 17 SDGs, which are of course with the UN, associated clearly with the UN. So let me ask you, what are what are your hopes? Like what is your hope with what you're doing? What are you trying to achieve with what you're doing?
I would like to to wake up as many people as I can,
Mm-hmm.
to get aware on our planet and to get aware on the 17 SDGs.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the people don't know the 17 SDGs, and that's a big problem. Because these are goals we would like to reach all together till 2030.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in round about 9 years, we would like to reach them. But if we look back, what we have already reached, that's not that much. And I would like to wake up the people and to educate and edutain the people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not enough to bring all this knowledge into schools and to tell it younger people. We have to tell it every age of people, older people
Mm-hmm.
as well, because of younger people. Because if you look on our elections of our politicians, so all the older people are as well people who take part on the election. So if
Mm-hmm.
we would like to change something, we can. It is naive to think about that all the politicians will tell us how it goes. No,
Mm-hmm.
all the change has to come out of the people, and
Mm-hmm.
because we are doing the election, we cannot give the fault to the politician and say they did something wrong. No, we
Mm-hmm.
all have to do something right, and we all have to elect in our election. We have to select the right people to manage the change management, but it has to come
Mm-hmm.
out of the people, and that's what I wish and I would like to be a part of with my knowledge, with what I'm doing in my profession. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to bring this all in.
So, of course, the question on the backside, on the backdrop of this is how does somebody with your educational background, you know, media engineering, technical engineering, end up being focused on event creation? What happened? What triggered you that that's where you wanted to go?
No, yeah, it triggered me in general to build something. Yeah, if someone, if you worked in the event area, it's a really great moment if you see that what you built up or what your team, what you built with as a group of people you build up, and then you get a great impact to much more people, like on a
Right.
concert or something. That's a
Mm-hmm.
great feeling to have to do something in this. That's really interesting because you're working on different places with different people, and all the time you're doing real impact. And that's what I really love. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, since I founded the intermediate engineering since 10 years, yeah, all my traveling and all this working on events is going less for sure because I'm married, had two children, and I would like to spend time with them and not on the road. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was for me. It was clear that I have to change my life.
Mm-hmm.
But what I love to do is in the same experience, and I try. Okay, what can I do in this direction? And yeah, because all of my great colleagues I have, we had a lot of great projects and developed really special things.
Mm-hmm.
And all the time, it's about. I told you before. It's about you have content and how to transmit it. And
Mm-hmm.
but I love people. I love communities. I like to be in a social ein sozialer Mensch.
Yeah, a social person. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
social person.
short,
Thank
yeah,
you. It
yeah,
was so
yeah.
easy, but for me at this moment, I
Of
stopped.
course not. I have the same thing sometimes. I was like, am I speaking German or English right now? It's like, wow. We've had that, right? It's like switching back
Yeah,
and
my
forth.
wish is, yeah, to generate a
Mm-hmm.
community. And back
Mm-hmm.
to the association we founded with the SDA.Earth. Yeah, we the membership fee, we set it to €1 per month per member. that's quite less to be a part of. So you don't
Yes.
think very much that you take, okay, if you think, if you know that we have to change something, if you would like to be just a little bit to say, make something better, it's really a small step with €1 per month per
Per year. Well, yeah.
member,
Oh,
per month per member. So it's
yeah.
12 euros a day, no, not a day, a year.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's really less. So the main financial of the association should become over donations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's really a part that we can afford us something to get an impact. But as you see, the main focus is to bring people together, to bring people, hey, come with us, make with us something. And so if I
So,
look
right.
some years and
Sorry to interrupt, but what kind of projects do you have with the SDA.Earth?
there are different project ideas.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, we try to bring up three special projects.
Mm-hmm.
One is still running a bit, but it needs some more support.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to develop a future food campus here in Hamburg.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of development of feasibility studies in all this direction, that what does it take to change our food system? Because
Mm-hmm.
all this industrial food production has a great negative impact on this climate change. And because of all this growing public people, we're getting more people on Earth. We have to think about in the future how to generate our own food and how to generate it locally. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of different technology, from hydroponic, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of other things. And we are in a group. We are working on that, to how can we generate a campus here in Hamburg, a campus where we can produce in these new technologies food, and as well we can smell it, feel it, eat it, buy it. To invite the people, come there and learn something about that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of our project we're working on right now. The next one is more in the future, but we are making all this. We are looking on the right place for this right now. We would like to make an Earth projection, as you showed us before.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to implement it in a church.
Mm-hmm.
That brings something what we believe in, and brings something together. Yeah? So
Mm-hmm.
in the meaning of holy Earth. Yeah. And then as well, combine it with an exhibition which tells the people more about the 17 SDGs and get aware in this direction and all of that.
Absolutely. That is amazing. And I want to show a video. I hope it's going to work. I want to show a video because I would like for people to understand the work that you do. You know, we're talking about it and we're saying, well, you know, you just do this and you put it together and then you've got the earth hanging there. And I hope this is the right video. If not, I'll switch it up. But let me see if this actually is going to work.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
so
this
I saw
was
a lot of
the
cables. I saw a lot of cables. How long does it take to set this up?
Oh yeah, the preparing of or the planning time was around about a year, and the setting up on site was um, a month. Yeah, it's really quick because you have planned everything and so. But yeah,
Wow.
the video you showed us was the Wonders of Nature exhibition. It was our first Earth exhibition, which was in 2016.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was in 20 months, more than a million people visited this exhibition. And as you see on this example, the people paid for an experience like this, and
Mhm.
they go home with an impact in her head. They think about it. So they
Mhm.
learned something. They learn something not by reading, they learn something by edutainment. And they have to
Mhm.
think about that. And they paid for that. And that's really cool. Yeah. But yeah, that was the Wonders of Nature, the exhibition. And right now, since October, is the next
Mhm.
Earth exhibition in the same location. And
And that's
the
like the
the
broken
fragile
paradise.
paradise is it?
Yeah.
Huh? The
Okay.
fragile
Yeah.
paradise,
Yeah.
and it shows by side of these wonders of nature. It shows the impact of the mankind, the
Mhm.
impact of the negative mankind, the negative impact of the mankind on Earth. Yeah? But yeah, as I told you before, if you think something like that is hanging in a church, and yeah,
Mhm.
and we have a lot of churches in Germany, and I think all over the world there are a lot of churches. So,
Yeah, I think so. Or
and
mosques
most of the
or
time, they
something
are
like that.
very big buildings with a
Mhm.
lot of place to do things. And yeah, if just think about, hey, if you make a community which is making all over the world, in every continent or in every country, is minimum one place at the same time with an Earth projection.
Mhm.
That's kind of a movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
I
let's
like
have
that.
this direction. That's
I
really
like the
cool.
movement idea. I like the movement idea. Of course, that then the historical brain or the analytical brain kicks in. And I know you mentioned, yeah, there are lots of churches. How tall does the church have to be? And you'll need to be able to put all the cables in and to do a lot. Is that not difficult sometimes in a church, which usually has like a steeple and might have, little areas, but not necessarily as big as the gasometer?
No, that's you can scale it. Yeah, the
Hmm.
gasometer is really really big. The gasometer is much bigger than every church. Yeah, I don't know any church which is the gasometer is 110 meters high. That's tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can scale it,
Hmm.
and most of the churches are not only one floor because a lot of churches has side areas near to the altar sometimes,
Hmm.
and as well you need some place for projection. Yes, for sure,
Hmm.
but we can plan this individually. That's not that problem. Sometimes you have maybe a problem to bring up the projectors to project something from the top, but if you have in the building the possibility to bring the people on the top, then you have as well the possibility for the projectors on the top.
Right.
Otherwise, you can just make the projection not that precisely on the top because nobody can see it. Yeah, you
Mm.
can project something to there, but then the focus or it's kind of a little bit of soft. But there are some tricks you can work with that.
You make it sound so easy. It's like, oh, you just have some tricks that you do this and this.
Yeah,
For somebody like
but
me, it's like,
the, the,
what?
the bigger question is where the content comes from. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the question because every content which you have generated with a normal camera, it's all in 2D. So you cannot match that on Earth. It doesn't work. So you need special content which is especially made for a sphere.
Hmm.
That and that's the bigger question. Where does the content comes from? And
Hmm.
I think it's very important that the content comes from institution out of the science. So it could be nice that there are creative people who make paintings or something on a sphere. Yeah, that's cool, for sure. But if you like to get the people learn something, you have to build it on real things, on reality. And the things what we showed in the gasometer, which I told you came from the Earth Observation Center, because it's original data from satellites. That's kind of photographies, not really photographies, because there are different cameras like infrared or something. They can see much more than our eyes can see. But yeah, it is real science data, which is changed into a visualization and then bring on the sphere. And that's a big question, how to bring this people with the right content together with like people of us. We are doing all these building up stages like that. Yeah. And in the meaning of a stage is not only a ground floor and the people are sitting in front of. A stage, in my opinion, is a place where something happened. A stage could be as well a traffic cross, a street cross. Yeah, it's the next stage. However, that's what I think as well with the projection technology. We think about as well for a guerrilla projection, that we just projecting messages on buildings. That's as well out of the association idea that we projection mapping. No, not it could be a mapping as well, but to send visual messages out on buildings in a town.
What kind of messages?
Messages which wakes you up, that it should be which brings you to the SDGs, or just think about what you feed today, or just think about is it right to drive by car all the time, or just there are a lot of things. But this is I'm struggling a little bit right now, because I'm not the creative content guy, but I can bring possibilities to bring something on a stage, on a different way, on a way as you see on this Earth projection, which you see, hey, how does it happen? Yeah, we make something like that happen, but the message, the creative thing, that's people like Holly. Holly is doing a storyboard. She's creating great messages. If you hear her speaking, that there are coming sentences that you just don't believe, hey, how is the idea of the sentence? But this is she can really good. Yeah.
And you just mentioned intermediate walls. And by the way, just for everybody, I put the link for Heiko's company down here, because when you go there, you can actually see a variety of projects that he has worked on. Okay, so just check it out. But I think you sent me another video. I'm hoping that this is the right one. It's called Intermedia Wall. So I'm going to show that, and we'll see if that actually works.
In a world filled with a sea of information, studies show that we learn more effectively through creativity. Children instinctively know this to be true. Adults tend to forget. At Intermedia Engineering, the Intermedia Wall is a custom, larger-than-life, interactive adventure that brings technology and verified information into a visual, tactile, and emotional encounter, transforming the learning process into a learning experience. On board Hapag-Lloyd's new expedition cruise ships, the latest version of the wall can be found in their Ocean Academy. Their study wall boasts topic-related streams for a clear and organized thematic overview. Each stream is creatively modeled on the ocean's current to simulate the water's motion. This aesthetically and emotionally appealing flow of information entices passengers to playfully explore their personal interests. They can then continue to indulge their curious exploration with more in-depth content at one of the study seats. Ultimately, you decide how deep you want to submerge yourself. You can stay on the surface, or you can dive into an ocean of knowledge. The innovation and creativity at Intermedia Engineering continues behind the wall, where specific technical solutions have been created to optimize each customer's requirements.
We have developed a web-based content management system which streamlines the maintenance, enhancement, and editing of the client's content. It's not only easy to edit individual images and change content or thematic emphasis, but we have also implemented a unique and extremely time-efficient editorial approval process. It is sophisticated and extensive in its abilities, yet comfortable and incredibly user-friendly.
Because each client has their own specific needs and desire, we enable our backend technology to accommodate those demands. For example, data can be integrated into the wall as a PDF, text plus image, or video. We can also manage your data transmission either on or offline.
The team at Intermediate Engineering make it their priority to offer you an expert-level, hands-on approach in the development and customization of your product while ensuring the highest level of support and operational reliability. Ancient Chinese wisdom says, "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn." With plenty of space to interact and explore, the customizable intermedia wall encourages group interaction. Multiple users can engage with each other simultaneously while still having their own movable workspace. They can even sync information from the wall onto a remote device. Whether you use the wall for a presentation space within your company or as an attraction at your exhibition, the possibilities are limitless. Like a drop in the ocean, bring us your ideas and let Intermediate Engineering turn your ripple effect into a wave of possibilities.
That voice sounded familiar. I don't know. That sounded like
the Ocean Academy was a really nice project, and it's based on our software tool set, which we call the Intermedia Wall. Yeah? So it is a tool set which brings picture-driven content on big interactive surroundings like you see on this wall. So this wall is as well developed from us by normal standard products on the market, and we bring it all together, special screens, infrared Rahmen surrounding, and then that we have a big iPad like 5 meters, so that's really cool. But all of this media technology based on hardware is what you're doing with that. So that's the second part of this of my company, Intermediate Engineering. We have a big software development, and one of our projects is, as I told you, the Intermedia Wall, and it's a customizable. It's a one-time we customizable it for the Ocean Academy. That's a lot of content, real science content made by an agency, especially for the content, and they're doing all this research and bring it into this Intermedia Wall by our content management system. This is an online content management system, so every science could work whenever he want to and wherever he want to. It's a web-based content management system, and then all this content is then played out in this Intermedia Wall, which is now on an exploring a cruise ship, and the people can search about they can learn something about the ocean. And the other pictures, as in the video was seen, was an exhibition of the UNESCO exhibition center, and there you can explore all these world heritages of the UNESCO from all.
Oh wow! Really, all of the UNESCO World Heritage places?
Yeah, not really all, but a lot of.
A lot. Okay. Well, they're constantly adding too.
Yes, or get lost as well. Yeah, they're changing all the time. Yeah, but because if you have content, normally content is all the time changing, because that's your need a content management system in behind. And that's a kind of a problem with most of our customers, is that they only see the front end of this. But this content management system in behind costs the same money, nearly the same money as your front end. And how to develop this, and where is it hosted, and where is it located, and how's this workflow of all this content, they forgot about that, or they don't know, but they had no experience in this. But this is, at this point, we have to teach our customer as well.
Interesting. I do have a very different question for you, which I'm going to ask after a tiny little break. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to take about a 30-second break and be right back.
Right back.
Hello and welcome to the Los Angeles Tribune. Since 1886, our name has been a part of the world of journalism. We have earned a reputation for being a publication that practices integrity, authenticity, and responsibility. For general inquiries, contact today. Thank you on behalf of the Los Angeles Tribune team.
So that was just a little bit about the Los Angeles Tribune. And now I have a question for you. And we didn't, by the way, we didn't talk about any of these questions. So intermedia wall, computers, blue light. How dangerous is it for all of us to just be consistently using like intermediate walls that probably have, you know, like a computer screen and blue light? Is there a danger? How do you deal with that?
Okay.
I have to ask, you know, because I like one interview, I think it was with Johannes, you know, I was wearing my glasses because I had helped him with something, and those are computer glasses. But sometimes I think that people over exaggerate the blue light, and you're to me the expert to talk about it.
Yes, for sure. The blue light is something which we have to talk about if you're going at the evening to sleep or something, because
Right.
it keeps you aware and all this. If the sun goes down, the light becomes more red. Yeah, and that's kind of our humans being, because the daylight, the normal daylight, is more a cold. Yeah? So cold light temperature means that it is a lot of blue. And at the evening, when the sun goes down, it becomes more red, and the temperature of the light becomes warmer. And if you look on this biological circle of our humans, we have to take aware that we came down, and it needs to be at the evening that you have a more warmer light. That's why all our smartphones has this shifting, and all our most of the laptops already has it, or das Betriebssystem, the Windows has it, or I don't know if Apple has it as well, but I think so. That's really important. But if you are in an exhibition, or as we use it all the time, so this is not the theme for us. Yeah? If I have some critical people about all this technical stuff, they are much more afraid about electronic waves.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what does it make to me? Yeah. We had a customer like that, and then was a specific company extra ordered for them to measure all these electronic waves in the regie room. But then what came out? It came out that in the middle of this big place, in the front of our town hall in Hamburg, in the open place where all these buses are arriving and driving, the electronic waves are much bigger than inside the building in this regie room. Because of all of our smartphones and whatever we have, there's much more outside than in all our rooms. So that's kind of a problem. But as well, what you smell, what it comes out of the cars, and so that's all our environment which is changing, and we have to take aware about that. Yes, for sure. But I don't be afraid about this blue in our screens if we use it on a day. And as well, if you're going on an evening exhibition, okay. But I don't think so that you would like to go sleep directly in front of the screen.
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. Well, it is. I like the idea of this intermediate wall, and I'm wondering, since I know you care about education, since I know you care about waking people up, are there conversations to put like a smaller version of a media wall into universities or schools? Has that at all been explored?
No, it's not explored. It's very hard to get a business case in this areas, yeah, because yes, we are a company and we have to earn some money.
Right.
We don't want to get rich and buy a big car or something. That's not important for us. But we have to earn some money to save our lives and to feed our children.
Yeah.
And if you're going on all these classical education in schools or something, the institutions are so hard structured, and to come inside there and to make something nice. So they have a lot of problems to change their mind or to change their methods to teach and something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's really a problem. That's why I told you before. I think I have much more impact than I build up exhibition or edutainment centers, which is for all the people, with all ages. Yeah? And then as well, it is for sure for children. It's very important group of people. Yeah? But look at them. Most of them are frustrated about the school.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
But to change all these schools is a really hard job.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, think I would like to tell you a third project of our association, is that we would like to help children to gain confidence and self-esteem by founding a schoolyardship to visit a stagecoach.
Yes.
Yeah, which is the stage where the people, where the children learn to aware themselves and to get more powerful. And that's a really good project as well. I would like to bring up.
No, absolutely. Can you talk more about that? Because to me, as everybody knows by now, it's like all about self-confidence, about confidence, about finding ways to get rid of all of the stuff that has taken the self-confidence and the confidence from us. And it has to start with the young, of course. And I know I've talked with Holly about it, and with all the teachers, and Johannes and Perrin. So it's a huge issue. So how do you see you as a parent and manager or founder of the SDA.Earth, how do you see Stagecoach being a part of that positive change?
I think it's very important that we grow up a strong younger people, boys and girls, both. They have to. It's really that they don't believe everything what is told to them. That they're all reflecting themselves. That they are believing in themselves. That's very important. And look at, if they're all consuming these computers and the social media, they're all the time comparing to others, and all the time think about bin ich gut genug wie der andere? I'm same powerful, or am I the same?
Am I as powerful am I as good as the other person? Yeah. There's this constant competition almost, right?
But this is a great impact which Stagecoach has as goal. That the great impact that the people, that the children learned to what they can believe in themselves. Because if you're going on a stage, and normally I'm in back of the stage, but since a few years I'm sometimes as well on the stage to tell the people something. But yeah, if you are on stage, everybody's looking at you, and so that's a moment where you could be struggling because a lot of people looking at you. But if you are self-awareness and you believe in yourself, and you're taking a strong person on stage, then you believe much more inside what you can, what is about yourself. That's really good.
And so Stagecoach, of course, we've talked about this before, is about performing arts. And I think that's why a lot of people hesitate. And you've got first-class teachers there who also have to make a living and who are performing at the same time. So why did you decide then to, and it's called, of course, it's the SD, it's number 4, I believe. So how did you come up with the idea to utilize this, and especially Stagecoach, for one of the projects, like you said, trying to raise money for scholarships? What made that specific project happen?
Yeah, it makes it happen because we would like to have different projects. One is the Future Food Campus. One is this to bring an Earth, on impact on Earth, in a church, and the third one is it's a nice bandwidth of different projects we have right now.
Right.
And especially this one is addressing younger people, and it comes, for sure, together with Holly and Vladimir, because we together founded this association, the SDA.Earth, and so that are projects that was this possibilities we have. So it was for us to everybody has to start small,
Right.
For us it is important to reach, maybe only reach, if we bring up 1 or 2 children, we reach something, and that's enough for it's better than nothing.
Yes.
and I think this Stagecoach is a really good idea to address younger people, to bring to grow up as stronger people if they are adults.
Absolutely.
To believe in themselves.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
like you said, the skill, if you give a presentation, it's not about performing as much as, what if everybody's looking at me? What do I say when there's 5 or 10 or 30 or 100 people in front of me? How nervous do I get? How do I deal with the nervousness? How do I deal with the rejection if they don't like what I'm saying? I think that's a skill that we don't teach enough. So obviously I couldn't agree more. Yeah. We are coming to the close of the show. And so I would like you, and I'm going to give you the whole stage, of course, I'd like you to share with us, with the audience, and we've got a few people. Thank you, Rex, for being here, and Bubba, and everybody else who has not commented. Something that you'd like people to take home. I know you said you'd like people to think about stuff. So what is like your farewell, thought-provoking message for the audience today? No pressure.
Yeah, perfect. Now you bring me here up in a big picture, and I'm very well prepared for this big sentence, which says everything in one sentence. I would like to take care on our Earth, and take care on the 17 SDGs. Read more about the 17 SDGs. Learn about them, because they have the bandwidth from people, from environment, from everything. And that's why I love this 17 SDGs, because they take the people in the middle, and as well. That we people as well, we are part of the problem. And that's, I think all the people have to think about that. Don't start by yourself and not by the others.
So we are part of the problem.
Yes, for sure.
That's a message that I encourage everybody to really think about. We are part of the problem, because we love to always point fingers, right? Well, that person is doing that, and this person is doing that. So we are part of the problem.
If you are in a traffic jam, you are part of the traffic jam.
Good point. Yes. How did you get there? Why are you there?
I don't know. I thought about that, and I think that was.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, everybody. Heiko, thank you so much. We've covered a lot, and I know there's a lot more. I do encourage everybody to check out the SDA.Earth. Because not just because it is, a very, very low membership, but because it is obviously global. It is located in Germany, but it is absolutely global. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are. You can join. You can bring your ideas, because you've just heard, Heiko.
And there's an online form to get a member. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You can, yeah, that's you. Yeah, as well. You can, if you would like to donate one of our projects, you can donate as well on this website. And if you would like to be a member, yes, welcome. There's a form you can fill out,
and it's easy, and it's very easy. And all the links for the projects are in the chat, so everybody just check it out. Not that I'm pressuring you, but I am pressuring you to check it out, because we do want you to think about this. Heiko, thank you so much. I know it is getting late, and I know you started out by saying you want to spend time with family, but you're still in the office. So I hope you make it home safely without a traffic jam. And I will talk to you and everybody next week. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.